Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Giants and the Browns, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the NFC champions, the New York Giants. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. I mean, this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story. The long fortnight of Super Bowl week is over, and away we go in Super Bowl 58. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So here are the Browns now with great starting field position. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Carlos Basham. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And they get to him right out of the gate, and this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team the best chance to win.
Lawrence on 3rd down. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Levi Onwuzurike in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
It's up how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. And this one is right through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
Off the play fake, Whitaker. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. Not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Lawrence to throw. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Sermon, they'll try the left side with it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Well, for an inside linebacker, I think you'd agree when I say that he is fast to the football, and he proved that thesis correct on that last play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. Sermon. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Browns add on to their lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Trey Sermon who polished it all off with a touchdown run. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about Interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio that should ever be in any discussion. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw. Whitaker. He's going to air one out. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wallace. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. It's Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Cleveland offense making their way out. They're looking sharp out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run with Sermon to begin the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff. Sermon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Lawrence. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Whitaker. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sand. And that'll bring up 3rd. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Whitaker. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Just a yard to go here on second down. On a jet sweep, here comes Tony. On the handoff, Sermon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Second and 11 now. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Browns are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Off-play action. Whitaker. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there. And almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
17-0 our score after 1. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Whitaker. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished a tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Whitaker. This one swung out to Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Whitaker. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Whitaker. And it's caught. Touchdown, Giants. Tylan Wallace from 3 yards out.
And the Giants are on the board here in this Super Bowl.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now for the point after. And it's 17-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Browns set and ready to go on offense.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. They set up the screen for Sermon.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
New York ready to go again offensively. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On 1st and 10, Whitaker. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. What a moment for him. A pick six in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick sixes over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that would pretty much seal the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, unfortunately, I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick six, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all. What a play here. Another pick six in the Super Bowl. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And I guess right now as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that because that's where his head needs to be. Exactly what you said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen, keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
Well, they've disrupted already for 3 INTs. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Bobby Brown. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Well, he did go run, so you were right. Maybe a little more breathing room for 4th down.
Well, no one wants to be accused of playing it safe, right? But instead, they would just reverse it and say, we're playing it smart.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, when receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On the option to give to Sermon here. And he'll go down at the 28. 49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back to Sermon on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. Throw over the middle. Caught by Jordan. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. But to throw again is Lawrence. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
On first down, Lawrence.
This will be caught once again by Brown. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here's second and a yard. Here's Lawrence.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw again.
This to the outside, it's Sermon.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Again, it's Lawrence.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Open man is Jalen Darden.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The final shot before break. Whitaker. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
On 2nd and 9.
Lawrence got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Lawrence on third down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. So if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
The drive starts with a carry by Sermon.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Carlos Basham able to make the play defensively.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
62 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Open man is Seth Williams. He's got it.
And he's brought down.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Goes over him. And he's taken down inside the 30.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now Lawrence on first down.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Carlos Basham.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack.
Lawrence.
This will be caught by Brown.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. Lawrence. Open man right side is Tony. And he is going to have the Browns first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan.
Touchdown!
Brevin Jordan.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
A try here for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
On second down, Williams. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Whitaker.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
And on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Now Lawrence.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Christian Barmore, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Lawrence. He'll dump this off to Sermon, complete.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
New York's offense back out there and set to go.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
There's a nice pickup right there. After watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wallace. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Into the hands of Darden.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And this has been a recurring thing tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go with Williams. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And this Browns defense stands tall. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
On second down, it's Sermon.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Williams. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
They run once more with Sermon.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Off the option, it's Sermon.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
93 yards rushing for him now. A big part, no doubt, of why they lead in this Super Bowl.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Sermon.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Sermon.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Lawrence will throw.
And this is Cook to the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense, And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Now a run with Sermon. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Quinn Miners, third-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty. Now it's Sermon. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. On second down, another shot for Sermon. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 14. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a handoff, Sermon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Here's Lawrence. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Lawrence. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Browns. Brevin Jordan, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns are starting to pour it on at the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And New York set to take the field. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Whitaker. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
It certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Sermon. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's got it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Levi Onwuzurike
able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
They're definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Extra point forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The throw over the middle taken in. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. To throw on 2nd down. Whitaker. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw again. It's Williams on the catch. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Whitaker. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing on 1st down. Whitaker. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw on second down. Whitaker got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. Operating from the gun, Whitaker. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Browns are going to have it here just past the 25. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. The Browns drive about to get started.
They give to Sermon out of the gun.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And how about this? The dog pound gets the crown. The Cleveland Browns are the Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.